Okay, I take one. I am up. It's about 3:42 a.m. Memphis time, and as probably many other people, I am in my feelings right now because of the news about the death of Chadwick Boseman. Of course, I didn't know him personally, but having watched him in Black Panther, like everybody else, he was our superhero. And King T'Challa lives forever. You know, that was one of the only Marvel movies to drag me from the house into the movie theaters. Granted, I barely caught it. It was almost the last showing when I finally got a chance to go and see it, but I knew I was going to go and see the movie. It was, of course, amazing, mesmerizing. I came back, ordered the DVDs, the T-shirts, the books. You know, I wanted to have that in my collection. So, like a lot of people right now, I am just stunned. We saw his, I guess, Instagram or whatever social media post he made when people began to question his health. Many people thought it was perhaps for a movie role or something of that sort, but the person that I am knew better. So let me recap so that I can decompress and maybe come back later today and share my Ivy Box unboxing because I was supposed to do an Ivy Box unboxing from the Ivy Storehouse Christmas in July sale. And somehow I fell asleep, but let me take you back. So I wrote down some things. So pardon me if you're interested in spoken word, just helping me, even if you don't watch this is going to be good for me. And if it's good for you, I would appreciate some comments or some interaction to help us all get through this. So I have some notes, and it was actually supposed to be for the description box of my Ivy Box unboxing, but I just kept going and going and going. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do with these words? I need to do something with them because this is exactly how I am feeling at this moment. So if you will allow me to share with you my emotions. Chadwick Boseman. As a monthly AKA Ivy Box subscriber, I was certain that when the 2020 Christmas in July sale came, it would not send me into a shopping frenzy. After all, they had just included the pearl hoop earrings that I had wanted because I had lost one at work. I had everything. Surely I would not be shopping the sale. Ivy Storehouse teased us with the listings. Items from the highly successful and highly coveted the Wakanda box, the Wakanda Forever box. I don't even know what the real name of the box was because I was not a subscriber at that time. Can you believe it? Around January, February 2018, I was not an Ivy Box subscriber because I was taking a break from getting the Ivy Box because I was trying to budget, and just having so much paraphernalia just didn't seem like something I still needed at this time in my life. At this time, I was already 25 years in, and not that that makes a difference, but there's only so much, you need, right? But when that Wakanda Forever box came out, I vowed at that moment that I would build the Ivy box into my budget. And that's what I did. Now, I still didn't have the contents from the box because everybody loved the box because it was just so ethnic and it was so timely with the movie coming out, and Black Pride was flourishing, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I didn't get my hands on it. But when the Ivy box sale came, oh my goodness, they teased us, and the items from the Wakanda box were going to be included. So, of course, I knew I was going to be a willing shopper. I was supposed to unbox the items live on August 28th after work, but somehow, sheer exhaustion after working remotely week one, I fell asleep early. Typical old lady issues after the first week back to work, and after 5 months, girl, I woke up around 11:30 p.m. to the mailman. If you don't know, the mailman is my husband. I woke up around 11:30 p.m. to the mailman telling me that I was right. His mouth was moving to mumble unrecognizable words that sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher. You were right. Want, 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 want is dead. What? What did you say? I asked him to repeat himself because I had just awakened from my REM sleep. He had left the room earlier to go watch TV in the living room because the way these hot flashes are hitting, I was freezing the poor man out. He repeated himself. Chadwick Boseman is dead. I had to sit up as I still had not fully regained clear consciousness. And there it was, my king T'Challa, Black Panther, was gone. I was instantly devastated and heartbroken. He was only 42, 9 years younger than me. 42. It was so surreal. He had played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42. He had so much more work to do, movies to make, and just like that, Chadwick Boseman had transcended this earth. My mind raced to appreciate all that he has created in the short time that I knew of him. Now, I'm not going to say that I have seen every movie because the procrastinator in me says, oh, I will watch the James Brown movie when I get time because I'm so busy working. I will watch 42 when I really settle down and feel like dealing with the obstacles that Jackie Robinson faced that Chadwick Boseman was going to go through. So I had to always allow myself to be in a particular place. But it's just something about my personality. And I'll tell you more about that in a few minutes because you will further understand me a little bit more, even if you don't know me already. But yeah, so I had to, I couldn't believe it, y'all. I just couldn't believe it. My mind raced to appreciate all that he had created in this short time that I knew of him. If there is one thing that I had to choose as his greatest legacy for me, it is enjoy each day, treasure the moment, make it memorable, be great. That is my Chadwick Boseman legacy. See, I have this thing. I really don't like to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it now, but I'm an empath and I can read and feel energy from people, even if we've never met in person. Let me tell you, it's kind of exhausting. People carry so much energy, some good, some bad, some happy, but it's that dark energy that exhausts me. I call it exhausting energy because sometimes the person doesn't even know they're exhausting or negative or sick or draining, but I do. I can see it. I can feel it. No, I am not for hire. I don't read palms, birth charts, or tarot cards for other people. I have had a hard enough time just trying to show up every day for myself through police brutality, overt racism, systemic racism, and despair, and black on black crime, childhood trauma, and the pandemic. I am in my feelings, y'all. And I'm sure you are too. So I needed to find a way to decompress and to express my feelings. And I don't know if you're ever going to see or hear this video, but I needed to get this out. I am feeling some kind of way about the death of Chadwick Boseman because I feel like we knew him. yes, he was a celebrity, but then again, he was another person that did great work. And when you can identify and relate to that, you feel a certain kinship, a kindredship with these people. The same way you watch people on YouTube that you don't even know, that you feel like they're your friend in your head, your sister in your head, your brother in your head. The same thing with, for me, a Chadwick Boseman. Okay, y'all. I think I'm good. I did a little more research on Chadwick Boseman. Of course, I knew he was, a graduate of Howard University and HBCU, something I also am proud to claim, Alcorn State University. He was from the South, Anderson, South Carolina. I mean, it was just so many things. And then he didn't really get his footing into, let's say, being recognized. Not that you're not important until others recognize you, but just as a public appreciation for his life and his work and his method. To read that, yes, he was, I believe, had a degree in directing. He wanted to be an actor so that he could understand the actor when he became a director. That is important. So many of us work jobs and we feel like maybe our supervisor ain't qualified to evaluate us because they ain't never walked in our shoes. They don't know what it's like. Or you might have somebody criticizing you about all of the work that you do or what they perceive that you don't do based on their own life. Okay. So I can appreciate that fact about Chadwick Boseman as a man, as a black man. And to know that Denzel Washington paid for some of his training in the British American Drama Academy in Oxford, England. And to know that he's younger than Denzel and he's no longer on this earth, but had so much promise. Wow, if that is not a wake up moment for all of us to live our best lives and to just treat everybody good. Yeah, I know there's a lot going on with negativity, the 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 social media, that every time you turn it on, there's somebody who has filmed another assault on Black lives. But somehow we have to transcend that. And of course, vote in November. Now, don't get it twisted. But we still have to find a way to come together and to get stronger, not just as Black people, but just as a people in general. Okay. But there's so much brokenness that we got to put ourselves together first. Okay. Just like on a plane. If the plane is having some issues, you got to put your own mask on before you can save anybody else. That's a given. So if you're out there, you got to take care of yourselves. I'm talking to myself as well. You got to take care of yourselves and then you can help others. I admired that Chadwick Boseman went through his struggle. I won't say alone, but just in private. Not that that's a lonely struggle, but sometimes you don't want the empathy or the sadness that people will put on you when they hear, oh, oh, nobody. Well, I can speak for myself. That's not anything I would want. The mailman and I were just talking the other night about something very similar, that sometimes you never know what a person is going through, even if they don't tell you. Sometimes people go through things, and that's the same for a lot of us here on YouTube. People pop onto a camera with the perfect lighting, the perfect background, and this and that, but you just never know that they might be going through something. And I'm speaking from personal experience, and I won't speak on it very much, but sometimes you just like to go through things without putting it out there. Even if you are a YouTuber, your life is not necessarily wide open for people. Now, there are people who vlog their entire lives, or people who share. But then there's other types of people who don't. So I can appreciate Chadwick Boseman's idea or his desire to deal with it in his way. Okay, y'all. I hope this has not been too choppy or too wispy or too unedited, because I will not edit out any of the things that I, stumbled over. But I just needed to decompress, and I actually feel better, y'all, because I was having so much, I won't say anxiety, but just so much, I don't know, those feelings. And I found out that I needed to do something. And look, I'm not advocating, but I had to go and have a drink, y'all. I didn't know that Disaronno and fruit punch went together. Okay. All right, y'all. So I hope that you may have enjoyed the talk. I'm gonna turn the ratings off because it's not about ratings for me. I just needed to decompress. But if you want to talk about it down in the comments, y'all, let's get together. And I'm gonna post this as soon as I get through, and you're not gonna see my face moving. It's just gonna be a still picture because, child, I got on a bonnet. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to decompress. And so if this video has helped you, you can give it a thumbs up or comment down below and let's talk about it, y'all. I hope that you are doing well. And if I'm feeling up to it, I'm going to come on live later today about 7 o'clock and do the Ivy Storehouse unboxing. Okay. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Thank you so very much for partaking in my spoken word. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.